John chapter 1, verse 28. These things took place in Bethany, across the Jordan, where John was baptizing. Man, there's so much going on here. First of all, we finished this first sort of this pericope, this little story, as we move past the introduction. We've read one story here in the book of John. Fantastic. Verse by verse, we've studied through it. Also, we need to remember that these things took place in a real place. Bethany is outside the city. It's a real place. It's across the Jordan. The Jordan is a real place. When you hear the story, you think, okay, there's really something going on. There's probably birds chirping, wind blowing. It might be dry. It might be dusty. This is a real place. This is just not an ethereal fantasy land. So when you're reading, are you thinking about the reality that you're reading a witness to real events proclaiming the living God? That is awesome. It's also really interesting to remember that people were leaving where they were to actually go and see this thing. It was drawing a crowd. It was probably causing a stir. There was a buzz, like, we got to go figure out what's going on. Eventually that got to the ears of the Pharisees, and they said, let's go out and check out what John is doing. This was attracting people, and in our day and age, we often say, oh, well, we shouldn't be worried about attracting people. We just have to just only go into their environment. But here we see an example where there was a sense of the Word of God in some way being proclaimed, the coming of the Christ, and people were coming to see what was going on, which is why it's important we invite our friends into the story. Like, come and see, come and experience, come hang out in my small group, come hang out in my community, come do mission work with me. Hey, come to church with me, come and hear the proclamation of the Word. When John was out preaching and proclaiming, those who came out of curiosity might have gotten saved, at least in John's baptism. So are you inviting your friends into the story, and are you really remembering as you're processing that this is a witness to the real reality and history of Jesus Christ coming into our reality? Wow, that should change the very way we walk through the day.